All right, good night, everyone. We are here for the Basic to Boss webinar, and I'm super excited. This is going to be an hour of She Day on steroids. And so, up until now, She Day has been the #1 female empowerment event for us to go to. And I know, just like myself, you guys went so that you could be rejuvenated, energized, motivated, get back on track, and get refocused for yourself. In the day, I got the opportunity to speak to many of you guys who were really looking to go to the next level, who were looking to just elevate yourself, be re inspired as it's the new year, and really move into a space where you know what you're doing. And so I had the absolute pleasure of meeting a lot of you guys in line at the Headshot Lounge, which was such a fantastic way to just position myself. And so, what we're going to do today is we are just going to take some time to go through some tangibles, because what I recognized was that empowerment is great, motivation is fantastic, but if we don't walk away with tangible takeaways, then nothing changes. So, in the areas of personal style, confidence, and your personal brand, I'm going to spend the next hour pouring into you guys and empowering you in those areas. So, why don't we dive in? So, the first thing we're going to talk about is confidence. And we always talk about confidence first because it is the foundation of every single thing that we do. We meet people who say that they want to be more confident, they want to be more um, sure of themselves. And what we see a lot of times, especially with women, is that sometimes we lack confidence in our profession, we lack it in our relationships, we lack it in the way that we dress and the way that we look, or how we feel about our bodies. And so, what I wanted to look at today was that belief system. So, we're going to look at over the course of this time, we're going to look at those 5 tangible takeaways. And the first one is, what is your belief system? So, the belief system that you have is not from a spiritual place, it's what do you believe about you? When you look in the mirror, what's the conversation that you have with yourself? When you put your clothes on in the morning, what do you say to yourself when you're picking out those pieces and you put something on? Does it make you feel strong? Does it make you feel powerful? Does it make you feel energized? Or does it remind you that maybe you don't like certain parts of your body? Or does it remind you that, you haven't lost some weight? Or that this doesn't fit well and you need to go shopping, but because you're on the back burner right now because everybody else comes first, that you're just still not making yourself a priority. So that's one side of it, which is, what do you think about yourself and what's the conversation that you're having about who you are as a woman? The second part of that, the second point, is we have to look at what others think of us. And while we like to say we shouldn't care, within the first 7 seconds of even hopping on here tonight, you guys formed an opinion about me. You formed an opinion when we met in line, and then you formed an opinion tonight again. And it's okay for us to judge each other, but we also have to take a moment to be cognizant about what we want people to perceive. Now, does it mean that we are going to make sure that they think exactly what we think? Absolutely not. But what it does mean is that we have a little bit of control in thinking, I want them to think that I look stylish. So I could have come on tonight and I could have had on a blazer and I could have been stuffy, but I decided that I wanted to make it a little bit more relatable, a little bit more relaxed. I'm in my office, I'm communicating with you. So I knew that I wanted to present that image that was still put together, but definitely way more relaxed than a formal blazer. When we think about what other people think of us, what scares us about that? I just want you to take a moment and go from what you thought about you and what others think about us, and where does that meet in the middle? A lot of times, how we truly carry ourselves is a combination of those two things. It's a combination of the words that we say to ourselves, the thoughts that we have about who we are, and what people have told us. A lot of us girls, women, can go back to being a young girl, and we can think about when somebody said that our hair was pretty, or our braids were ugly, or we didn't do our makeup right, or a color didn't look good on us, or we were fat, or we were ugly, or we were skinny, or athletic, or whatever. There's so many labels that are put out on us at a very young age that carry into our adulthood, and we carry those titles and those labels with us. So I want you to take a moment right now to just really consider, what are the labels that you're carrying for yourself? They could have come from a long time ago. They could have been new ones that you picked up this year. Or they could be things that, just have always been with you and you don't really know where they came from. When we look at labels and when we look at how we perceive ourselves and attach it back to confidence, confidence in this area comes from purpose. So each and every one of you guys was at She Day. Why? Because you were there for your job, you were there for your business, you were there to connect with more women, you were there to feel powerful. Whatever your intention was, you went with purpose. And so when you walked in the doors, you carried yourself as such. So I want to ask you, every single day when you leave the house, are you carrying yourself with purpose and with intention? If you're not, and we're just throwing something on, then guess what? This plays into the downplay of our confidence. So this brings us to our second topic, which is your authentic style. So now I know that you guys have heard about signature styles, style types, body types, all of those things. And what does that even mean? I have no idea. Well, I know, but I don't run my styling business that way. I actually believe in finding your authentic style, which means that we had to set the tone in a different way. So, for example, I developed a whole new set of style types. My signature style is called corporate comfy. I love to be comfortable and feel like I can move and I don't want to feel restricted, but I still want to look corporate enough if I'm at something that is more corporate or more professional. But if I get to go to a setting afterwards that's a little bit more relaxed, I still want to feel like I can go out and not feel like I'm too confined or I don't fit in. So, one big thing to make sure that you're doing during your day is, the first thing is, be cognizant of what you're doing that day. So, like many of you guys, you might have kids, you have a partner, you might be single, you might be a bonus parent. Who knows what the labels are? But I want you to walk through, what does your day actually look like? If you're single, maybe you're waking up in the morning, you get to have a morning routine, pour some coffee or some tea, read something, scroll through your phone, go take a shower, do your hair, put on your makeup, pick out your clothes, go to work. On your lunch hour, you might go shopping, come back to work, meet some friends for happy hour after dinner or after work, have dinner, meet up with some other friends or significant other, and call it a night. That might be your day. If you're a mother, let's think about what that day looks like. You might be waking up very early because you really only have like 30 minutes, if you're lucky, to yourself. Your husband might already be out the door, whether he works or he goes to the gym. So you know that you have to run the ship. And of course, this isn't everyone. We're just generalizing what some routines could look like. So once you get yourself ready, then the kids are up and you have to feed them. You got to make lunches. You got to get your lunch together. Oh, they need to make sure that they're dressed. What are you going to wear? This is one of the big questions that happens in the morning. Okay, so you just randomly pick something, you hate it, it doesn't feel good, you throw it on, you really don't feel powerful, your hair is a little disheveled, maybe you threw on some makeup if you like makeup, and then you grab their stuff quickly, you get into the car, drop them off at school, bust over to work, maybe you could breathe for a minute, you work through your lunch, like you are stressed, and we haven't even gotten into the evening where there's extracurricular activities and all of that. The reason why we go through this is to be really mindful. If you are going to the gym during your day, you're going to need gym clothes with you. If you are going to work and it's a meeting and you're presenting, you might want to wear something different versus if you're just in attendance. If you are going to your kid's soccer game after, those 6-inch heels that you are wearing, or 5 or 4, whatever you like, each woman is different, but the heels that you're wearing that you could walk around in all day at the office might not hold up on the field. Did you bring other shoes with you that are also going to go with your outfit? Now I know what you're thinking. When do I have time to think about this? When you define what your authentic style is, you keep all of this in mind. You find a style type that is totally perfect for you from head to toe. And I know what you're thinking. Am I just one style type? Absolutely not. We can all be more than one style type. So you might have a bit of exotic elegance, you might be street chic, you might be a little bit of a preppy, classy type look. Whatever it is, we would define what that is for you. And when you do that, then you get to do the fun part, shopping. And I know that a lot of women have fallen out of love with going to the malls, shopping online, even the whole fitting process and trying it on, which we know should be the best part. The reason why is because, one, when we go shopping, we have no intention. We might say, I need a black dress. Okay, we all have a little black dress. What do you want it to feel like? What do you want the fit to be like? Do you want it to be sleek and sexy? Do you want it to be, a fit and flare or A-line? Those are all things that you would want to keep in mind. And so what we did, because I wasn't really a fan of the typical body types, because I believe that all of our bodies are different. So we looked at, okay, is somebody bottom blessed? So are you bottom heavy, thick thighs, a small waist and a big butt? Or are you top heavy or top blessed? Sorry. So, you're blessed on your upper body. You maybe have a more slender, sleek lower half to you. You could also be equally blessed where you are equally proportioned. Now, I know what you're thinking. Maybe I'm not curvy, and I definitely love to focus on curvy women, but I love to style all women, if I could be honest. And what we're doing is we're just saying that if you know where you're blessed, and if you know that you like to highlight those areas of you, it makes it so much easier to dress those for you. And you can be equally blessed at a size 2 or equally blessed at a size 21. Size doesn't matter. It's all about the silhouette and the shape that you have. So, okay, let's go back over this. We've looked at what we think about ourselves, what others think of us, and where do we meet in the middle. That's all under confidence. Then we've looked at your authentic style and your personal style. So with that, we want to know what your authentic style type is. We want to know where you're blessed. What's your body type? And then we want to be able to figure out what types of pieces do we need. So when we went back through our day, what types of pieces do you need to get you through your day? You could easily start with a new 10-piece wardrobe, which is really easy to do. You're going to keep everything in the same color palette or color ranges. You're going to have one huge pop of color. The other colors are going to be complementary, have some staple basics in there. But my big thing, you guys, I'm going to let you in on a huge secret. Whatever you do, please, please, please make sure that if you, let's say, only have $20 to spend on a pair of pants, get the best quality pant that you can for your $20. Because what happens sometimes is we think, oh, I can't spend a lot of money on myself. So we go to a store that has inferior clothing. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I know you've been there. And we think that we're doing ourselves a service, right? But we're really not. We're doing ourselves a disservice because after a couple washes, what ends up happening to those items? They end up pilling, they end up getting all bally. They end up just not feeling good, ripping, twisting. I know you guys have experienced all of this. So we want to make sure that we're going to stores that have great fabrics and great quality products that are going to wash and wear well, because as busy women of influence, guess what? We don't have enough time to think about dry cleaning things. We want to be able to throw it in the laundry with the rest of the stuff, pop it in the dryer, hang it up, and be able to grab it from our closet. Speaking of grabbing it from your closet, this is another important factor. When you've gone shopping for the right pieces for you and you've built a 10-piece, 20-piece, 30-piece wardrobe, whatever your heart desires, now it's about re-merchandising your closet. One of the first things that I get my clients to do is a closet cleanse. A closet cleanse is a great way to go into your closet and detox the old you. Keep in mind what I said. It's really not about the clothes. It's, does this item represent who I am still or not? And if it doesn't, then why is it in your closet? If it's no longer representing you, if it's no longer reflective of who you are, then do we need to have it? Because what will end up happening is we will end up going into our closet on one of those crazy mornings. You're going to pick it out, put it on, know that this is you from 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, and that you've evolved. So doing a closet cleanse is a great way to detox and purge the old you. You can do this every month. I have clients that do it quarterly, semi-annual, or even just once a year. Whatever you decide and whatever works best for you, just make sure that you're taking the time to pull the things out that no longer reflect who you are, so that when we go shopping and we're putting pieces in, there's not a conflicting message in your closet about who you are and what you represent. And this is the best part. When you have done this well, you'll be able to pick out anything from your closet, kind of pull it together and say, this is cute. Throw it on without thinking about it, because this is the number one struggle of my clients. Shayna, how do I build an outfit? A lot of clients have no idea. They really don't know. They buy statement pieces, don't have a lot of basics, or they have a lot of basics and no fun. So if you're one of those people, I want you to keep in mind just balance and making sure that you build an outfit that always has a top, a bottom, an overpiece as an option. Do minimal accessories, even if you like chunky, gaudy things. Do minimal, whatever reflects you best, so that you can stand out and you can shine. So this brings me to our final point. And I know that authentic style is a huge part of it. The confidence is the foundation to everything that we need to even get in front of the mirror in new clothes and go outside our comfort zone. But then what I found that happened, and I'm going to let you guys in on another secret, is that after we go through the confidence portion and after we go through finding out what your authentic style is, women start beaming. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is, but it's this process that happens where we see ourselves differently, and then we see ourselves through somebody else's eyes, right? My eyes. And then you say, guess what? I'm valuable. Can we have a conversation about that for a second? There's a lot of women that are walking around just like you and me that have maybe good confidence, but inside that conversation that they're having with themselves is really telling themselves that they're not good enough. They're not good enough in their career. They're not good enough as a wife, as a mother, as a girlfriend, as a friend, an aunt, a daughter. They're not good enough in their business. They're not good enough because they gained weight. They're not good enough because they don't dress themselves well, or they don't look like the other women. They don't have it together like other women. And I'm here to say enough is enough. At Rebrand You, we absolutely do not stand for that, because we know that you're incredibly valuable, you're incredibly powerful, and you have something to offer this world. And whether that's in your 9-to-5 job, which is still incredibly impactful, because you're helping somebody else live out their dream and you're touching and impacting the lives of the people that you come across. Or you can be an entrepreneur and you have your own vision and you have your own business. And every single day that you get out, you are touching and impacting lives. You could be a stay-at-home mom or someone who's retired, and you know that, okay, I'm not in a physical setting anymore, but my life still has meaning. And so what I really want to impart to you right now is that after you have this amazing style, this authentic style, you are beaming, you are going to want to go out into the world and reintroduce yourself. And what I found is that a lot of my clients made the decision that they wanted to really define and develop their personal brand. So whether you have a business or not, if you work somewhere and you talk to people or you're living, you have a personal brand. So how many of us have taken the time to really consider what our brand says? Do I exude confidence? Do I exude good character? Am I trustworthy? Was I engaging? These are all characteristics that I would love my brand to exude and to communicate. Take a second to think about, what do you want your brand to communicate? What do you want it to say? When you meet someone, when we're networking, think about, what did you tell people about who you were? Did you just say, this is my name, this is where I work, this is what I do, and leave it like that? Did you share a bit of your story? Did you tell them something that was meaningful and impactful? Did you look to serve? What do people think of you? This part is called being the brand. When you develop your personal brand, you might have a logo, you might have a website, but the personal brand that really, really matters, the foundation, is what is your mission in life? And what is your purpose? And what do you feel that you were truly called to do and put here to do? And then you walk out of your house every day, remember, with that intention to be a great mom, to raise little amazing human beings, to help other entrepreneurs on their journey, to touch the lives of women who have been beaten and battered. What is your purpose? What is your calling? Why do you wake up and go and do what you do every day? And then did you put your best foot forward? Did you put yourself together so that if you met someone who needed you, they would be attracted to you, not physically, but because you exude confidence? And I know, I'm going to sneak in for this one. I know that sometimes we might feel like we don't have the time for it. But today, what I really want to share with you is that you are so important and you're so valuable. And I know we've all been on a plane and we've all heard this before, but it's pretty important. If the ship is going down, if the plane is going down, they tell you to put your mask on first. And there's some of you on the call right now who are just not taking the time to make yourselves a priority. And I know you're saying, Shayna, who are you to tell me that I don't make myself a priority? But if we would get over that for a second, we would really take the opportunity to recognize that it's probably true. And that because it's true, that because we know that, life is going by and life is busy, I just want to remind you to take this opportunity to pour into yourself, to ask yourself, when was the last time that you went shopping for yourself? When was the last time that you got your nails done? When was the last time that you just went and got your face done? Or a haircut, some color, a new pair of shoes, a new bag, some accessories? It's not about the items. It's about how those items make you feel. And now I'm not saying to be dependent on them, but I'm saying that if you were to meet your ideal client, if you were to meet somebody who really, really needed you, the love of your life, if you were to encounter someone that you have been waiting for and you didn't look put together and you didn't feel good and you weren't exuding and beaming and shining like you have that it factor, what would that interaction be like with that person? I know these are hard questions, but I know that you can answer them. And so what I want to do is I just want to continue to go over this Because when we look at a personal image, it's really about that customized approach to who you are. No two women are the same. Nothing that you wear would look the same, even if you bought the same things. It's your time right now. We are in February. I cannot believe that January is gone. But we have the opportunity right now to say that I'm no longer putting myself last. I deserve and I'm worthy to put myself first. I'm worthy and deserving of putting myself as a priority in my day. I need you to plan and be intentional for where you're going to carve out that time in your schedule to even give yourself 5 minutes by yourself, to even give yourself 5 minutes to pick out what you want to wear, to love what you want to wear, to give yourself permission to wear what you want to wear. And I know in some of our jobs, we have restrictions, but nobody ever got in trouble for showing up, beaming, being confident, and being well dressed. So, you guys, I just thank you so much for spending today with me. If there's any questions, I would absolutely love to open up the floor for that tonight. I'm so excited for everything that we went over. I'm going to quickly recap the tangibles of today. And if there's any questions, I want to open that up to you. And I just want to leave you with one last story. This story is about a client of mine who just came to Winnipeg out of Detroit, Michigan, so that she could do her branding shoot with us and my team. And this woman is a curvy, powerful, gorgeous, short, I should say petite woman who is a realtor, and she is so incredibly passionate about what she does. And she knew that as she was embarking on her profession in the new year, that she really needed to put her best foot forward, that she needed to step up, that she needed to go to the next level. And I know that you guys read about her in the previous emails, but I wanted to let you guys in on something. There's something that she shared with me throughout this process of going shopping, planning out the colors, actually doing the fitting, getting on set for her shoot. And that she was a little bit nervous. And she was nervous not because she didn't trust the process, but she was nervous because it was new for her and it was different. And she had never put herself forward like this before. She knew that she was embarking on something new. And what happened was, as we picked out the clothes on day one, you guys, I'll be honest, some of the things that I wanted to put her in that I knew were a good fit, she wasn't ready for. But when we got to go back the day after the shoot and do some returns of things we didn't use, I got her to try them on again. She actually asked to try them on again. And when we put those pieces on that she was reluctant about, she had now seen herself in a new way because she had gone through the photo shoot experience. And the photo shoot allowed her to see herself as powerful. It allowed her to say that if I could do this, I could conquer anything. And after this process, as she debriefed, because we always do that, she's already asking when she gets to do her next one. So today, you guys, just for being on the webinar today, for jumping on with me, and don't forget, I will recap these core steps with you. But just for being on the call today, I have a couple incentives for you and a couple bonuses and a couple different ways that we can work together if you know that your time is now and you're ready. The first way that we can work together is I have something called a professional rebrand. And I designed this with you in mind. It's specifically for that powerful entrepreneur or business owner or corporate worker, 9-to-5er woman who really is ready to truly evolve in her style and evolve in who she is. So what you get in this package is you would get to go shopping with me for about 2 hours. We're going to pick out 1 or 2 outfits for you. And then guess what? You get to get pampered. When was the last time you got your hair and makeup done? We're gonna go get it done. You're gonna get all styled up. We're gonna put on your new outfits, and you guys get to work with my photographer. And if you've never worked with a professional photographer before, and I mean truly a professional photographer, not just a quick headshot or not just somebody snapping you, but somebody who truly understands the art and the craft of how to communicate everything that you want to, bring it through the lens and translate it into a picture, well, then you're in for a treat. And the investment on this, if you're ready, is typically $1,500, but we're actually doing it for $1,000 right now. So if you know that you're ready, you deserve this, and you know that you're ready to look for some different looks, I can't wait to work with you on that. And just let me know, type it in the comments, and you can click on the link. It's also on the website under Professional Rebrand. The other thing that we're doing is that for those of you that attended She Day, on our business cards, we have a promo code on the back of it, RBY15. And so what that gets you is it gets you 15% off of a style audit. So what's a style audit? A style audit is where we take you through a series of mini challenges. So the first one is a selfie challenge. For 7 days, I just want to see what you wear. I'm going to look at them, see how you feel. We're going to discuss the fabrics and the things that you liked, what you didn't, if you felt comfortable, if you didn't. After that, I'm going to be able to look through and determine, what we thought was a good fit and what wasn't. The next part of it is that we're going to look at your style types. So we're going to take you through our signature style types, all the authentic style types, and you're going to be able to take our assessment to figure out which one you are. Once we determine that, then I'm going to write out a style plan for you. So a style plan is a short shopping list, 10 items that I think that you could go out and pick right now based off of your authentic style and what you're looking to do, and the pieces that you probably need. You guys, I have had such an amazing time with you tonight. I want to remind you of your confidence and how you see yourself. I want you to look in the mirror and truly just give yourself permission to have a conversation with you about who you are. I want you to be cognizant of how other people see you and what they think of you and how that plays an impact on how you see yourself. Let's not forget about being mindful of our day, because when we're mindful of our day, we can equip ourselves to dress accordingly, which is going to make us feel powerful all throughout. The best way to dress for power and for confidence is to make sure that you have pieces in your closets that truly reflect who you are right now in this season without question. And when you have the right pieces, building outfits is the easiest thing to do. It's literally a grab and go. When we look at your personal brand, I just want you to be mindful of when you're going out in public or when you're going to the office, are you representing your personal brand? Are you saying to the world, here I am, I'm amazing, I'm confident, and guess what? I'm probably somebody that you want to watch out for. And I know there's some of you guys who don't want people to pay attention to you, and that's totally okay. But inside, if you can exude that powerful confidence that makes you feel good, guess what? You're going to attract more things into your life that you are excited and proud of than you ever were when you're trying to hide. So I just want to thank you guys up again. I want to open up the line to any questions that there might be. And I really want to give you guys the opportunity to just choose you. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great night.